Let's pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the office of leaders and county assemblies for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with favor as your servants, whom you've been pleased to call to the performance of important trust in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation, in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our county, and of those whose interests you've committed to our church. Amen. Take us through the order of the day.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and honorable members. Order paper number 171B, the supplementary order paper of Wednesday, 24th April 2024 at 2:30 p.m. Order number 1, administration of oath.
Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Next.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
Honorable Joachim Okech.
Can I proceed, Mr. Speaker?
Yes, proceed.
Thank you very much. I have to apologize for the mishap, and I delayed for a minute, Mr. Speaker, to get the right document. Mr. Speaker, pursuant to provisions of Standing Orders number 182, Part 6 of the Standing Orders, Mr. Speaker, I wish today, Wednesday, 24th April 2024, to lay a report on the Budget and Appropriation Committee on consideration of the Budget Revenue Outlook paper, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, the report on the consideration of the Kisumu County Budget Review and Outlook Paper 2022-2023 by the County Budget and Appropriation Committee is properly laid before the House. The House Business Committee will consider it for debate. Honorable Joachim Okech, I'm seeing that you have 2 papers to lay.
Yes, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I do have the second document and pursuant again to standing orders number 182, part 6 of the standing orders, I wish again today, Wednesday 24th, Mr. Speaker, 2024, again to lay the Budget and Appropriation Committee for consideration a report of the county fiscal strategy paper for the financial year 2024-2025, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, the County Budget and Appropriation Committee report on consideration of the Kisumu County Fiscal Strategy Paper, financial year 2024-2025, and the medium term is properly laid before the House. And I do recommend that the House Business Committee do consider it for purpose of scheduling for debate. Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Honorable Joachim Kech.
Thank you again, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order number 45, part 1, I'd wish to give a notice of motion that this House adopts a report of the Budget and Appropriation Committee on consideration of the Kisumu County Budget Revenue and Outlook paper for the financial year 2022-2023. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
I've got two notices to make.
Oh yes, let me just read them together, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, on the second one again, pursuant to the same Standing Order number 45, part 1, I wish again to give a notice of motion, Mr. Speaker, that this House adopts a report of Budget and Appropriation Committee on consideration of the Kisumu County Fiscal Strategy paper for the financial year 2024-2025. Thank you very much.
Honorable Moses Ochele.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, pursuant to the provisions of Order number 45-1 of the Standing Orders, I wish to give a notice of motion that this House approves the motion on the removal of the office of members of the Kisumu County Public Service Board pursuant to Article 251(1) and Article 75 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. Section 58(5) of the County Governments Act 2012 and the provisions of the County Assembly Standing Orders. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to request for a statement on the matter of implementation of the Kisumu County Women, Youth and Persons with Disability Act 2015.
Honorable Kennedy, it looks like you are doing a statement of topical concern.
Yes, Mr.
Are you on
Speaker.
personal statement or a statement of topical concern?
Mr. Speaker, it's not a personal statement.
I don't have it, Honorable Kennedy Ajwang.
Sorry, Mr. Speaker, it was
Submit
approved
clerk.
by the Deputy Speaker.
Clerk? Honorable Kennedy Ajwang, I'm properly advised that your motion was approved, but you know, we have set precedents. When it's approved, we have to take it through put it in the order paper that you are going to give notice. So I think we will give it priority in the next sitting. Next order.
Commencement of business. Order number 8 motion. Adoption of a report of a trade, tourism, marketing and industry committee on the benchmarking exercise at Kisii County Assembly by Honorable Alice Wajewa.
Honorable, what is it, Honorable Kennedy?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise once again on behalf of the Chair of Trade, Honorable Alice Wajewa, to lay the report.
Honorable, are you laying the report or moving a motion?
Mr. Speaker, I'm moving a motion.
Yes, just like we said earlier, we want to make it a practice that if a chair is not available, please communicate to the speaker earlier in advance that so and so will be moving a motion on my behalf. But I think by leave of the House, we can allow Honorable Kennedy Ajwang to proceed. So, Honorable Kennedy Ajwang.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the Committee on Trade, Tourism, Marketing and Industrial report on the benchmarking exercise within the Kisii County Assembly. Honorable Speaker and honorable members, this report contains deliberation of the committee from the benchmarking exercise with the Kisii County Assembly. The exercise took place between 1st and 7th November 2023. The report highlights the role of the Trade, Tourism and Industrial Committee of Kisii County Assembly, challenges affecting the committee in exiting its mandate, market development and the achievements. The last part of the report contains the general findings and recommendations. General findings from the visit. The committee observed the following. Kisii County Assembly has passed irrelevant policies which are being used to stimulate the Market Management Committee. The County Assembly passed the Trade Market Act in 2018. The Act provides for the production for the containing elections for the market management team and also expressly outline the role of the committee members. 2, the Department of the Market signed an MOU with the various groups in the county for the management of the abolition blocks. The MOU gave the groups authority to manage the abolition blocks on behalf of the county government of Kisii. The group pay monthly rent to the county at agreeable rate. 3, Kisii County government has fenced all the markets in the county to prevent them from encroachment by private developers and also provide security for goods which are in the market. 4, Kisii County government is in the process of coming up with a legislative bill which is aimed at protecting the local traders from exploitation by the well-established investors. 5, allocation of the stalls to the traders is a challenge in Kisii County. Those who are tasked to allocate the stalls to the traders do not give stalls to the real traders. Instead, they give them to the cartels, who rent them out at the higher cost of the rates. The committee recommendation. From the following findings, the committee hereby recommends the following to the CECM in charge of the trade, tourism, marketing, and industry. 1, that all markets contracted in the Kisumu County to be well fenced. The department must ensure that it obtains all the title deeds of the market and ensure they all under the county government. Those markets still under individuals' names should not be fenced by the county government. 2, that the Kisumu County comes up with a clear policy on the market management. The message of the market management committee wrangles which is being felt by most markets in the county can only be solved by developing a clear policy on the market management. 3, that when it comes to allocation of the stalls at the market by the county government of Kisumu, the department to ensure that stalls are allocated to the real traders in the market. All allocations of stalls at a new market have always been a problem in the middle, who are not really traders, and changing higher results from the traders. 4, that the Department of the Trade, Tourism, Marketing and Industry to ensure that the local traders are protected by regulating the investment in the county. The policies aimed at the regulation of the investment in the county should not be private, that scare any investors, but only that attract investors in the county and protects the local traders at the same time. 5, that the management of the ablution blocks constructed by the county to be transferred to the group in the county. The county government of Kisumu should sign an MOU with the local groups in the county. This will help caution this group at the same time to pay revenue to the county. Conclusion, Mr. Speaker, sir. It is therefore my honor and privilege on behalf of the Trade, Tourism, Market and Industry Committee to move this motion before this Honorable House for consideration, and I would like to call upon Honorable Dede to second.
Yes, Honorable Dede.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Before I second the motion, being that I was part of the team which traveled to Kisii for the benchmark, in real what the chair talked of, we experienced. And we found that in Kisii County, there were more achievements which they made during the visit, even though it's not captured there, it was with the moving notes. But as we went to for the benchmark, we found that in Kisii County, they already performed a trade credit scheme which promotes the business people within Kisii County. And at the same time, we found that in Kisii, they already passed a Trade Market Act in 2015. And to our surprise is that while we visited Kisii County, while we were with them, they informed us that they had 42 modern markets built within Kisii County, which is 5 much ahead of the Kisumu County, of which we have less than 5 markets being made. And we found that in Kisii County, in only a financial year of 2023-24, they allocated about 111 million Kenya shillings, which was for the construction of the market sheds. And that was a plus to Kisii County than in Kisumu County. And we found that in Kisii County, they had a collaboration with the national government, which have managed to do a show-up markets in the county. The 3 show-up markets helped them in for the traders to do much work in the with them. And as for our findings, the finding number 2, compared to the Kisii County, the management, the Department of Trade signed an MOU with the Kisii County signed an MOU with the county government, whereby we find that in Kisii County, the groups manage the properties within the market, like the abolition blocks within Kisii County, they are managed by groups. Madam Speaker, we found that the groups manage them and they pay some rates to the county on a monthly basis. Whereas in Kisumu County, we just operate markets anyhowly, like the Kibuye market. We find that the money being collected, no remittance to the county, so that hinders the development within the Kisumu County. And finally, we find that the Kisii County markets, they are all mapped, fenced, and all the properties of the traders are well kept in a safe hands. So our benchmark to Kisii had enlightened us over many issues whereby we have to at least copy from them, even though Kisii County compared to Kisumu County, Kisumu County is far much ahead of Kisii County, yet what they've implemented in the Trade Department is much to be learned from them. Otherwise, I second. Thank you.
Honorable members, a motion on the adoption of a report by the Trade, Tourism, Marketing and Industry Committee on the benchmarking exercise with Kisii County has been moved and properly seconded. I therefore want to propose a question of debate. And I hereby pronounce the motion open for discussion. Honorable Benio Ikopete.
Madam Speaker, I also want to contribute a little on this report that has been tabled before us today. The report by the Trade, Tourism, Marketing Committee give us an insight of what is happening in Kisii County compared to Kisumu County. Madam Speaker, we are told on page 7 that they have a trade fund of about 40 million. In Kisumu, we also have a trade fund of about 50 million. So what should have been highlighted here was on the management. Have they succeeded in their management of trade fund? Has Kisumu succeeded in its management of the trade fund? That would have been very critical for us to know, because we know these funds are being mismanaged from county to county. When the audit report comes, we see a glaring picture of poor management of the trade fund. And yet these are funds that are meant to help our traders to empower themselves economically. Madam Speaker, we are also told of the modern markets that have been put up in Kisii. And the picture we are being given is that they are far much ahead of what is there in Kisumu County. We will question ourselves, if they have done 42 modern markets, what are the structures of these modern markets? What are the costs? And then we will now figure out why Kisumu is not at that level. And Madam Speaker, what is an eye-opener to the people of Kisumu County Assembly and to our country, because we represent our people, is that the committee allocated 111 million for the construction of markets. Are these the new markets that are to come up, or these are the part of the 42 markets? We needed to know that. But, Madam Speaker, it is also wonderful for us to learn that Kisii County is collaborating with the national government. The county in collaboration with, that is page 7, the county in collaboration with the national government has also managed to do a total of 3 map markets in the country. Wonderful achievement. And this will be an eye-opener to us that as a country we also need to get help from the national government to develop our country. This is from the benchmarking of our members who went to Kisii. That is a very good information to encourage people of Kisumu that it is not an offense, it is not a crime to go to national government for further development. Madam Speaker, another element that is important in this report is the policy, the act, how they manage their markets. Their act of 2015 on the management of the markets. If Kisumu County does not have that, it is high time the committee puts pressure on the Department of Trade to come up with an act so that we have policies, the regulations to manage our markets. The wrangles we see in our big markets should come to an end. That will be very critical. And also, the management of the toilets in our markets also need to be regulated. It was a good benchmarking with a good report that if implemented, I think we can also make a step in our country. Madam Speaker, I so contribute.
Honorable members, I can see yes, Honorable Guard.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. May I call the mover to reply?
Honorable Kennedy Ajua.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving this opportunity to make a reply. Let me start by thanking Mheshimiwa Beni Petahiko for seeing in need that the committee really work entirely to ensure that they came out with a good report and also enlighten some areas. The main core where he has enlightened is about collaboration. We as a committee, we came to realize that we need to work together for the benefit of our county and also markets within our county to succeed. Therefore, Madam Speaker, I beg to reply.
Honorable members, a motion on the adoption of a benchmarking report by the Committee on Trade, Tourism, Marketing and Industry has been moved, seconded, and debated upon. And at this point, I want to put a question of adoption that may, as many are of the opinion, that the report, together with the recommendations therein, be adopted. Say aye.
Aye.
May, as many are of contrary opinion, say nay. The ayes have it. This report therefore stands adopted today, Wednesday, 2024 at 15:06 hours, and I direct that the report together with the Hansard be prepared and forwarded to the relevant department for necessary action, and the committee of implementation may follow up to ensure the execution and implementation of the said recommendations. Thank you. Next order.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and honorable members. There is no any other business for transaction.
Honorable members, I want to request that those who are available, we can have a short kamkunji immediately after this session. But there being no any other business in the order paper, the House stands adjourned until tomorrow, Thursday, the 25th of April, 2024 at 2:30 p.m.